County Executive Brenton Davis got involved, issuing a public statement. Our Lisa Adams and Philip Ward both working on this story today. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Mike and Eva. Well, earlier today, Erie County Executive Brenton Davis releasing a statement about the possibility of Wabtec closing right here in Erie County. Now, Davis calling a potential closure of the plant a, quote, troubling development that we cannot let happen. And as county executive, he says he is prepared to do whatever it takes to see this situation resolved. He says he felt the need to get the information he has about there being a third-party contractor involvement, a company that he says is a manufacturing company by the name of IEC Holden. He says he wants to get that out there. He says the company that makes many, if not all, the locomotive components assembled at the Erie plant visited Erie on Monday. After hearing this information, he tells me that his team looked into the visit and tried to get answers.
It's an inside source at Wabtec. It's an out-of-town high-level source that confirmed that there was a third-party consultant that was brought in Monday. We inquired, had that confirmed by an inside source, and to me it's highly concerning. You know, I think the membership out on the line needs to know where this company is at. I think the community deserves to know where this is at and to make sure that this is completely above board, transparent, and also how real the situation is.
And Lisa, this is a story that you've been following and heard some of these details a little earlier on.
Yes, good evening. Some similar information about a third-party contractor was floated to me earlier this week by an off-the-record source. But in conversations I had with both a Wabtec spokesman and the UE 506 president, Scott Slauson, coming into tomorrow's negotiations, there was never any mention to me about the possibility of closing the Erie site. Now, it's not only Wabtec's largest manufacturing site, but it is closely tied with the research and development, moving the company into cleaner, more energy-efficient locomotives and modernization of older ones. Wabtec continues to say its goal in these negotiations is to reach an agreement that best positions its employees and the Erie site for success. They want to be cost competitive, efficient, and provide labor stability. Or in a statement today, they say they could be forced to make difficult decisions to support their customers. Now, Scott Slauson, UE 506 president, said, "We have a negotiation tomorrow, and I would hope that anything the company has to say would be said to the union first across the bargaining table." Slauson remains hopeful that the needs of 1,400 union workers can be met while keeping the company productive and supporting Erie's economy. He says the union has made movement in the talks. He's certainly hoping the company will make some movement as well. And of course, Erie News Now has been following this from the very beginning when the talks broke down, and will continue to bring updates from the talks tomorrow. Wabtec spokesman Tim Bader told me yesterday he hopes that there will be progress to report. Live in the studio, Lisa Adams.
Philip Ward.
Erie News Now.
Lisa and Philip, thanks so much. Now to weather coverage you can count on. And John Stalen, what's in store for our evening hour?
We're looking pretty good out there. If you do have some respiratory issues, we do have a moderate air quality going on. I told you that this summer would be a smoky one, and it has come back a little bit. Not in full strength, but just a little bit. So if you are out there jogging or walking the dogs later on this evening, just take it a little easier out there. Green conditions on the weather impact